Okay, back on the record again today. It's Friday, I've got 3 weekends to get this done. So, we've had a bit of a change of plan. Let me show you some. So basically, the 4-cylinder was a centre sump, so it would have been like around here somewhere. That wasn't going to work on this for various reasons, so I was like, oh, I'll just make a front sump. And you can see how much I've had to like chop out to make that. That's about where it's got to be to clear the cross member. And so that loss there is about 2.5 litres of oil, which is way too much. So I'm going to have to make this into like a winged sump, which is fine. I can do that. It's just time, which I don't have. So the plan is basically we are temporarily, it's still going in, don't worry, I can't be done with this 4-cylinder nonsense, but temporarily the 6 is just going to take a small rest in the side of the barn, and Hardcore has graciously allowed me to borrow his 4-cylinder out of his record. That's the purple one, if you know it, because it's not going anywhere, it's got no MOT, it's done the classic GM strut top badness. So yeah, that's not happening. So we're going to drag that up here. I'm going to grab the 4-banger out. That means that I can use the original radiator mount, which I couldn't before. I can use the sump from the other 4-cylinder if his one doesn't clear. I don't have to shorten the prop. I don't have to worry about getting a longer clutch cable. I don't have to worry about lengthening the column shift mechanism. You know, just loads of things that aren't impossible, but they just take time, and it's time I don't have. So if I can just slap a 4-cylinder in, use parts I've got, I mean, I haven't actually, you know, if I was changing the radiator position, I'd probably have to buy a different radiator because the size will change. Potentially, anyway. Or I need to go to a slightly different system or whatever. So, you know, it's saving me some money in parts temporarily as well, which is good, and it means I can just crack on and get on with the rest of it, which needs getting on with. So, done a to-do list. Just various bits and pieces. Very important one there. Got to make sure that doesn't get missed. Bought some stuff, and yeah, so we should be, unless any surprises turn up, we should be golden with the 4-cylinder. Sad the 6-cylinder's not going to make it. Oh, I can use the exhaust as well. This thing came, just before they put it away, they gave it a really nice stainless steel system that they had custom made somewhere, which obviously would be completely useless for a 6-cylinder. But I think it has the same flange as Andy's record engine, he says. So that would be freaking sweet, because that saves me another job and another expense. Yeah, so now I can get to, whilst I'm waiting for the other record to come up, I'm going to put the subframe back in, tuck the 6-cylinder away, do some brake work. I've got a whole load of flexies to replace all the rotten flexies on this. This, just before it got put away, had a recon caliper, which is nice, and they had the other one done and left it in the boot. So I'm hoping that is still going to be okay. It's a little bit grotty around the edges, but the piston looks nice and shiny, and yeah, we'll see. I'll give it an inspection. So I can plonk all that on, get all the brakes all plumbed in, get the brakes all bled, make sure handbrake mechanism works. I've got some new wheel cylinders, just because I didn't want to chance anything on the brakes. I've got to check all the hard lines, make sure they're okay and not corroded. I kind of got a good feeling about that, because so much of this car is really good, corrosion-wise. So yeah, I'm going to crack on. Boys are up tomorrow, so see how we do. still works. Sweet. And this is why I'm guessing that other caliper wasn't fitted. It's because it's not the right caliper. The one on the left is the other Recon one off the car, or at least the one I think's Recon because they're both gold. And the one on the right is what I thought was the Recon for the other side, but it's quite clearly a completely different brake caliper. So, oh well. Hopefully the two I got work. Gonna try and lift the subframe back in. And seeing as I'm by myself, gonna try and lift it in with the hoist and a ratchet strap. See what happens. That's what happens, cack-fisted. Oh yeah. Work smarter, not harder. That's what I say. Just needs a bit of guidance. All in by myself. If you're having subframe problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, and my subframe is not one of them. Okay. Got new brake lines in both sides, got them all bled up. Got those on. Got that all sorted, that's looking good. Got to take a look at lowering it. Take the dampers off because you've got to do that, take the spring out, and this is knackered. You can see where it was obviously sat. It's corroded and bounced a little bit, and obviously I'm lowering it, so it's going to go up here, and this is rough as heckin'. So this damper is going to have a very short life, and you can already see it starting to corrode everywhere else as well. So another thing to buy. Oh well. So, beer. Saturday night. Did a load more things, done some lowering. Might have overdone it with the sherry slightly, considering there's no engine in there right now. But, see how she goes. You already saw the dead shocks. Or soon to be dead shocks. What did I get done? Front brakes. Excuse me. I haven't got that much done, have I? No. Wow. I've changed some brake focuses and done some bleeding. Done calipers and... Yeah, I can chop some stuff off. Tomorrow will be probably fuel system, I think. Tonight, if I'm not too knackered, and I am knackered, I shall see about sorting the rear brakes out and checking the rear dampers and shit. Yeah. But that's going to be pretty cool, man. I'm pretty happy with that height at the front, assuming it's all good. It looks really low, but the arches are actually really low on the bodyline in this car. I've still got like 5 inches under the between the subframe and the floor, so if the engine drops it down another 3 inches, that's no big deal. Then it'll look low as frick. But yeah, right, gotta crack on. Right, I'm about to go home because I am knackered. But I did get some stuff done. Look, I did break some things. Not quite as much as I wanted to, but just really tired. I know I keep saying that, but I am. But anyway, fuck all that crap. Look at this. I'm fucking happy with this. Jesus Christ. Oh, ain't my good. Still got about 2 inches of travel before I hit bump stops with that. Arch just needs a gentle roll. Yeah, I never could have expected it to be that good. That's some Manta front shock absorbers and some random springs that were in Andy's Opal record when he sprayed it. So the record helps the record. Some good Opal inbreeding going on. My only concern now is the front when I put an engine in it. I reckon the arch tyre interface is going to be about the same as the back, but the problem there is I haven't got as much travel on the front. By the time it's got an engine in it, it's going to be either on the bump stops or just like off the bump stop. So going to see about putting a smaller bump stop in. Hoping the spring is stiff enough that everything will be gravy, but yeah, it's looking better than I could have imagined. That wheel fitment is just ridiculous. I mean, we kind of guesstimated it a little bit, and that is just bob on. Absolutely bob on. The other crazy thing about this, I've got so much blooming ground clearance. I know it doesn't look like much, but I mean that's like 5 or 6 inches. It's not even low, but yet it looks awesome. Whew. Oh, I can hope I can pull this off. It's so close to being awesome. Just worried those front springs are too soft. Having said that, the rears I pulled out the car, these are the originals that I've got here. These are some random ones. But the rears are actually way more hench than the front springs. Probably won't show up on camera. So maybe I can cut down the rears and use them as fronts for most stiffness. But I mean, those are supposed to be like uprated Manta springs for Mantas with 6 cylinders in. That's why I bought them, because I thought, yeah, they'll be stiff as fuck. But doesn't look stiff to me, but never mind. There's no damper in there, granted, but don't worry about that knot. That's just where I haven't tightened one of the nuts up on the front suspension, because I've got to replace the front dust covers still. Doing all the important MOT issues first, you see. Anyway, I have a lot of tidying up to do before I go home. Cool.